Of English football for the first time since 2012. Premier League football next season has scarcely been in doubt throughout a fabulous season of free-flowing football which sees them comfortably clear at the Championship summit. Today's opponents, Birmingham, enter the West Midlands derby in real need of points. They lie 20th, hovering above the Championship drop zone. Well, Wolves could still reach a maximum of 104 points if they win their remaining 4 games in the Championship. It's been a season which has surpassed expectations. Vukovic slips it through to Maxime Collin. Fantastic first save, and even better second from John Ruddy. Had to be very alert to the danger. Birmingham with the first sight at goal. Perhaps just a sign of complacency for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Here's Collin. Birmingham asking the early questions. It really is a splendid save this from John Ruddy. The first is very instinctive, the second, the reactions are absolutely superb. Maxime Collin is borderline, flag stayed down. And how does John Ruddy do? The clever ball just slipped through towards Collin. Fabulous double save. The Wolves have won just 2 of their last 10 home matches against Birmingham across all competitions. The win today, though, takes Wolves to within a point of the Championship trophy. Neves. It's Doherty. Doherty across the face of goal, and Diogo Jota opens the scoring for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Birmingham City carved open at the back. Doherty's ball across the face of goal, and Jota was never going to miss from that kind of range. Well, it is clinical, textbook Wolverhampton Wanderers. They have just unstitched defence after defence this season, and Jota taps home for his 17th goal of the season. On the ball for Wolves. It's been a trademark of their season. We felt as though they've gone in the second gear so far today. Costa cuts the ball back. Goal took a nick on his way through. Costa's certainly been lively. Very, very comfortable afternoon at Molineux so far today for Wolves. Opportunity now inside the penalty area. Ankles acute. Stockdale makes a very smart save. Certainly made himself big. Narrowed the angle. It's cleverly worked by Wolves. Not too far away from making it 2-0. Movement today from Jota, but absolutely superb. For Birmingham City, giving the ball away so cheaply. There's Helder Costa. He's taken down by Harley Dean, and referee Andy Davis has a big decision to make. The colour is red, and with just 52 minutes played, Birmingham City will have to play out the remainder of this West Midlands derby with just 10 men. It's cheaply given away. Helder Costa with the interception. And Harley Dean with a shake of the heads will leave the field of play. He's the last man. It's a very clear-cut case. Helder Costa gets there first. Birmingham City down to 10 men. Very sloppily given away. Rather reckless from Dean. You can understand how he felt he had to make the challenge. The afternoon has just got far more difficult now for Birmingham. Free kick which Neves is standing over. We know his capacity from this range. It's Neves. Too far wide of the post. Lopez has had such an incredible season. Couldn't find the target on that occasion. It's Maxime Collin. The score remains at just 1-0. Birmingham still lead themselves in with a shout here. Strike from Jukovic sails over the crossbar. This side of the feeding of scraps in the contest. It's comfortable for Ruddy. Listed into the penalty area. 10 men of Birmingham. Still pushing and pressing. Travelling supporters offering some vocal support as well. Watches on. Set pieces might just be the best chance for his side this afternoon. Here's Magoma. Get a shot away. Here's Helder Costa. They're asked to work with in front of him. Nice fluidity to the way Helder Costa's played this afternoon. Here's the strike though from Magoma. Combination of goalkeeper and defender did the job. Costa's dropped deeper. He's wanted to gain an increase in influence in the game. He's trying to find a way through it, slightly narrow for the home side. Trying to pick the lock. So many bodies forward. Was cleverly worked. His size inside the penalty area. Decent right arm from Stockdale. Contact on Sice as well. Nothing in the way of appeals for a penalty kick. The arm comes across. Got a shot away anyway. Would have been soft, but you certainly seen them given. And if anything, at times you feel as though Wolves have just had too much time on the ball. Such a comfortable afternoon's work so far. Leading as they do by a goal to nil. They are far and away the best side in the championship. Sure to go on to win the championship title as well. It's nicely worked inside the penalty area. Afobe with the strike on goal. Just a balance slightly. Ripple of applause goes around Molineux. Fans would love to see Afobe get his name on the score sheet today. There's an air of celebration around these parts. The game is not done just yet. Birmingham win a free kick. Scoreline remains slender. Gardner over it. It's the back post and Jukovic is in there. Jukovic with the strike on goal. He's moving slightly dangerously at the back. He's down as an opportunity for Birmingham City. Space is opening up. You've also got to be careful. Here's a chance though for Afobe to seal it, and he does just that. It's a very key finish of Benik Afobe, and Wolverhampton Wanderers seal the victory, and with it all 3 points. It's been a very difficult afternoon for Birmingham, but just a moment or two ago had a really good chance to get back on level terms, but Benik Afobe, the substitute, clinical when it counted. A lot of space to work with here. Does Afobe. Finishes really easy on the eye too. Goals in the final third, as they have been throughout the season. Free flowing, full of ideas, and generally with the goals to match. The lights for Nuno Espirito Santo. Here's the moment at the other end. Jukovic turning sharply, not for the first time today. John Ruddy equal to it. Set piece now for Birmingham. The game is beyond them now, though. Lighted in. Oh, for John Ruddy's head. And just scratches off the top of the crossbar as well. Birmingham City will look back on this contest and identify one or two moments where things could have swayed in their favour. As it is, though, as has been the narrative throughout this championship season, it is very much Wolverhampton Wanderers' day. Birmingham City cannot interrupt the Premier League promotion party. Wolves move to within a point of the championship title, and over 100 points is very much on offer as well. Wolves come out on top in the West Midlands derby. They've beaten Birmingham City by 2-0.
For some forgiveness, will it come at a time I need it most, when I'm not even strong enough to coast? 'Cause I'm not having the best, no, I'm not having the best, no, days. Tell yourself you're doing alright. Shall I call you once I know? If you beg for some salvation, will the light still shine on where it goes? Strong enough to hold your own. 'Cause I'm not having the best, no, I'm not having the best, no, I'm not having the best of days.
could have made it a bit easier for ourselves if the Duke could have passed that late ball to Roberts for what would have probably been a scraped draw. And what was Morrison doing passing that ball, which led to Harley Dean's red card? That's him out for the next 2 games, but on a plus note, Shay Adams is back in contention for his place. The nerves are jangling and the games are running out. Can we just get a win on Saturday? And if other results go our way, maybe, just maybe, we can crawl our way out of this massive hole. We'll be analysing Mr. Fun's predictions table shortly to see if the maestro himself is getting it all right. As for me, I just can't stand the anticipation. Here we are, just 3 Saturdays, 270 minutes of football, which will decide which division we will be playing in next year. Oh wow, I wish this was happening at the other end of the table. Well, it's Monday night and it's the 270th Tilton Talk show, so as always, strap yourselves in and get ready for the ride.
We have the cheapest tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever. Let's hear it from the stand. So come on, City, sing this song once more. We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Very sad to report that a big blue nose, Simon Twigg, has sadly passed away from a heart attack in the early hours of this morning, aged just 43. The Tilton Talk show would like to offer its condolences to his family and friends at this very sad time, taken far too young. Oh, never nice.
Nope.
Never nice.
Nope.
No points a weekend.
0.
I've got a major rant.
No points in
I've
the
got
week.
a major rant.
Lost at Bristol
Yes.
City. Lost yesterday. So take it away with your rant.
I'll do it straight at the head of the show, shall I?
on, let's hit it.
Super 6 wouldn't let me on Saturday. Couldn't get on Super
dear.
6 at all. I've lost at least between 0 and 2 points.
Can I quickly come
That's
in?
a quick one.
Oh, well, that's
That's a
all
quick
right.
one for a Monday.
I don't know whether this is I don't know if this is real or what, but you know we said we've done 270 shows.
Yeah.
Apparently there's 270 minutes to go.
Oh,
Of the
God.
season.
Is that right? Is that about right? Does it
no,
sound
look,
about
3
right?
These
games,
bumps have
3
just-
90 minutes, isn't
Look.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I feel like we
Plus
should get the
injury time.
Gregorian chant music back out again.
We need to get some monk music back on the thing. Yeah, we didn't get anything from that game yesterday, but we could have scraped a draw right at the end.
it? Oh, could have done.
Tap back, pat in. He was
Yeah.
onside.
Potentially. But, I mean, what minute was that?
Oh, it was right
about-
late on, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it was about 10 minutes to go, wasn't there,
No,
or something?
don't
Or
know, right,
maybe a little bit later than
Somebody
that,
will tell
but
us.
Yeah. But do you know what? Even if we'd have scored, even if we'd have scored at that point, you always felt Wolves, if they had to, if we were to equalise,
Yeah.
you always felt they had so much more to give. I mean,
Especially-
it's mixed emotions a little bit for me. I think, you know, there was a lot of comment on the Facebook page when the team was announced that it was very a very negative setup. You know, obviously, if we'd have come away with a 1-1 or a 0-0, then that team selection would have been more than acceptable, if you like. As it was, we go 1-0 down in the first half, and really from that point, you're looking at something different to happen, and it never really did. So I suppose the mixed emotions are that it was Wolves. They are the best team, probably that the Championship has ever seen. You know, since the Premier League was formed in '92, if you like, if you want to go back 20-25 years, they are probably the best side that the Championship has ever seen. So it's no disgrace to lose to them. But actually, we've played 2 derbies away from home in the last couple of months, and not really mustered anything. Do you know what I mean? And that's a little bit disappointing. But the goal difference hasn't taken a battering, which it could have done. You know, we could easily have lost 4 or 5 to a Wolves side that are absolutely buzzing. So you have to take it with slightly. It's difficult too because there's only 4 games left. Well, 3 games left now, but you almost have to take it with a little bit of pinch of salt.
3 and a penalty.
We weren't expecting anything, so
3 games and a penalty coming up Sunday.
yeah.
Steve Portman said he's got to be resting players yesterday, surely, with that starting 11. Why would
Resting
you want to rest?
who?
Why would you want to rest?
Who did he rest that didn't play? Do you know what I mean? Who didn't? Boga hasn't been starting for him recently. I know he started the Burton game, but I think that's because Adams was suspended rather than if Adams would have been fit for the Burton game, I would have expected him to have played. So yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he was resting people. I think he went with the game plan that the longer we keep it 0-0, the better. Unfortunately, it didn't keep it 0-0 for long.
Got to say hello to Richard Hayler, loud and clear here in Miami. He says so. Welcome to the Tilton Talk Show, all the way from the bottom end of Florida. Been there a few times. Kev French 270 chose 270 minutes to go. Is that an omen? I hope so.
Depends how this 270th show goes.
And no, Dennis, I won't comment on the guitar. Tilton Talk meet up for a curry after the match.
Which match?
I don't know. That's Gregory Beasley asking that one.
Tell us which match.
What, tonight?
Don't know. We'll come back to
I don't think so. Not tonight.
No. Harley Dean now out for 2 games.
Yeah.
What a massive blow. Central defender.
It's disappointing, yeah. I mean,
who are we going to put in place?
Morrison sold him down the river, hasn't he?
Completely
at the end of the day. It's but it's definitely a red. I think it was the right thing to do to not appeal it because there's no way that's getting overturned. So
can they actually increase the
possibly
well?
if they deem it frivolous, they could have extended it, which would have been out for the season, wouldn't it?
So we've got to shut
you
up.
don't know how big that Fulham game. You hope it's not big at all.
Oh no,
but
please! I've gone cold.
You don't know how big that Fulham game is going to be, so you want as many players available as possible. I've got
goosebumps on the head as well.
They're all cup games now.
Just accept the 2-game ban. You can either throw. You've got 2 options, haven't you? You throw Roberts in alongside Morrison.
I thought he was going to say Endoy then.
No, you don't do that. No.
On his own.
You throw Roberts alongside Morrison, or you put Grounds at left side centre half and stick with Harding and Collan as the fullbacks. I mean, I don't think the one thing it has done, it's made sure it will be 4 at the back against Sheffield United. Because you're not going to go 3 at the back against Sheffield United with Dean out.
Still vying for a playoff place, aren't they?
Well,
They've still got,
exactly.
an outside chance.
Yeah.
Cal Jones says Barnsley play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. They'll be shattered. Let's hope so, Cal. Let's hope so indeed.
Also, I think they've got Leeds away on Saturday. Now, if we beat Sheffield United,
you've got your table there, haven't you? Yeah. So
yes, they've got Leeds. They play Leeds away on Saturday.
Right.
Now, Leeds aren't in the greatest of form, but the Leeds manager left Barnsley for Leeds a couple of months ago.
Yes.
So he'll want to get one over on Barnsley.
What a conundrum this is turned out to be.
So, it's not the easiest game for Barnsley, but it's certainly not the toughest. Now, if we can beat Sheffield United and Barnsley don't beat Leeds, their season rests on that Forest game, which is their game in hand. If they win neither of the next 2 games and we beat Sheffield United, I honestly believe we'll be fine.
Okay, guys, all you got to do is share this on your personal Facebook stream to be in a chance next week to win some prizes. Competition will be coming up later, I take it. Yes, you're all ready for that, are you? All prepared?
I'm ready. I'm prepared. Almost.
Close. Got to say hello to Alison Shilton, as I failed to do that last week, apparently, when she joined. So hello to Alison Shilton. Anthony Hurley's just joined us. Welcome to you. And welcome to everybody that's here on a Monday night with the Tilton Talk Show. Steve Kimberley, as long as Donaldson doesn't play, will beat Sheffield. I can't see any reason why Donaldson wouldn't be playing, can you?
I don't think Donaldson will play.
Why?
Leon Clark's their top scorer. They've got Billy Sharp as well. I don't think Donaldson will play.
No,
he won't. I'll be amazed to see Donaldson start against us, unless Chris Wilder just thinks, the likelihood of a former player against his old club. But he hasn't been starting for Sheffield United lately, so yeah, I'll be surprised to see him.
We can't forget, yes, Brian Johnston, that Barnsley do have that game in hand against Nottingham Forest as well.
Nottingham Forest away, but
That's
as I said,
24th, I believe that one.
yeah, 8 days time, a week tomorrow. But Saturday's massive. Saturday's the first time in a while that us and Barnsley have played on the Saturday at the same time.
Right.
Last 2 Saturdays, Barnsley have played before us, so we've known what we've had to do. They played on the Saturday this week when we played on the Sunday yesterday, and the week before that they were the 12:30 kickoff and we were the 3 o'clock kickoff. So for the last 2 weeks we've known what Barnsley have done and we've known what we've had to do. Actually, Saturday we've got to go out and do it for ourselves without knowing what Barnsley or Bolton have done in the previous game.
What's Barnsley's running now?
I can't make my mind up whether it's tough or not. Leeds away Saturday.
Right, yeah.
As I said, the Leeds are on a poor run, but Paul Heckingbottom, ex-Barnsley manager, now at Leeds, he'll want to get one over Barnsley. He'll want to prove that he made the right decision to leave. Forest away is their game in hand. Forest again
indifferent, aren't they?
Very indifferent, but actually at home they're all right. They were 1-0 down against Ipswich on Saturday and turned it around to win 2-1. Brentford at home. Brentford have shown on Saturday evening away at Fulham that they are not an easy team to play against.
No.
Still possibly in with a shout of playoffs. And then they finish Derby away.
In 10th with 65, Brentford currently. And
Still
Derby,
technically in a shout with the playoffs.
Derby 7th with 78. Which
Derby away on the last day. Derby
right off, haven't they?
But I think they're going to be in with a shout on that last day, which means that game becomes really, really tough for Barnsley. And
then our last game, of course, Fulham on 82 points.
I really hope we don't go to it.
42 points more than what we've got.
Do you know what? I'm looking at Bolton now.
Okay, yeah, because somebody did ask that one actually. What have Bolton got?
Their last 5 games, they've got 1 point, and that was away at Barnsley on Saturday, and they were 2-1 up, and they conceded in the last minute. That'll be a killer blow for them. On Saturday, they've got Wolves at home, a Wolves side that are gunning for the title and are gunning for 100 points. This isn't, I saw a lot of people say that they might have their eye off the ball now. They've got promotion. They're going for 100 points. Wolves are. Is it the
best ever in the Championship?
It won't be the best ever,
right.
hardly anybody gets 100 points. It's very rare that teams get 100 points. They will want that desperately. But Bolton aren't getting anything from Wolves. Then they've got Burton. Burton away. Now Burton is a funny one because when I say I'm looking at Bolton now, Burton could save us, but they won't stay up. So Burton beat Derby on Saturday. They've got Sunderland away on this Saturday coming. If they win that, they go to 38th. Still technically in with a shout of staying up. Then they play Bolton.
Yep.
Now, if they can beat Sunderland, they'll go into that Bolton game thinking if we win this, we have got a real chance of staying up. That becomes really difficult for Bolton. And then Bolton finished at Forest away. Now, there's a chance Bolton finish on 41 to 43.
Yeah, well, there's just 4 or 5 in every country.
I mean, I'm looking at you joke about it. We've done 15 minutes already, basically on this spreadsheet.
I'm actually just every time I think about it, look at the state of my arm, goosebumps all over me.
But that's how quickly things can change in this division, and how much every little result, it impacts on everybody else. There are so many little plots and side plots in the relegation battle, and teams going for playoffs, playing teams who are trying to survive. It's so difficult to predict, but actually when you're looking at the fixtures, every little one, a team wins here, and it gives them confidence, and it can impact another team there. You could easily say we'll beat Sheffield United and be safe on that. You could.
You can't.
I mean, obviously, you don't want to. if we beat Sheffield United, I'm not coming in next Monday shouting we're up, we're up.
No.
You know, but that is a realistic possibility. 43 could be enough.
43 points.
It's not a lot, is it? You know, and many seasons 43 you'd be comfortably relegated. You know, you wouldn't stand a chance. But actually, this year 43 might be enough.
Got to say hello to Brett Stanley all the way from Bognor Regis. Hello to you, and if you want to shout out, just tell us where you're from, and we'll do that for you almost as soon as we possibly can. Gregory says he's coming up from Porthcawl. I think that's when he means Corey afterwards, perhaps.
Yeah. Are you here on the Monday, Gregory?
That's a thought, isn't it? Pop in, yeah, it'd be nice. Chris Pugh, can we mathematically be safe if we win all 3 remaining games? Isn't it still in our own hands?
Yes.
If we win all 3
remaining home games, Bolton will need to also win all 3 remaining home games and better our goal difference.
Which they have done at the moment.
Well, they're 1 ahead, aren't they, after we lost to Wolves, yeah. So they would need to match all of our results and scores, and Barnsley would also need to win their last 4 games.
But aren't they playing each other?
No, that was last Saturday.
All right, cool.
But yeah, everybody would need to win the remaining home games. And do you know what? If we won all 3 games, Reading would also need to pick up 6 more points out of the last 3 games.
Right.
So, I mean, if we won all 3, you are seriously. It's a joke how unlucky you are. If we go down on 49, that's just utterly ridiculous. I mean, you can never really rule anything out in football, but I'm ruling us going down on 49. I'm ruling that out.
Right, okay. Toby Tosh says it's getting scary, but also extremely exciting. And Toby, no, we're not playing tomorrow. The next game's on Saturday. Bolton could possibly save Blues, says Wilf Clark.
Yeah, I agree. Bolton 1 point out the last 5. Got Wolves on Saturday. That probably will be 1 point out of 6 games. Their last 6 games. Then they go to Burton, and I say again, Burton. If they can win away at Sunderland and get to 38 points, they will be really buzzing for that Bolton game. Bring Bolton to the Pirelli. A tough place to go.
That's the last game of the season, isn't it?
No, that's their last but one. It's their last home game. It's Burton's last home game of the season. So, conceivably, they beat Sunderland away. They beat Bolton at home. That takes them to 41. Then they're away at Preston. Can't see them getting anything at Preston. Yes. So I think they'll probably go down on 41 then.
As Kev Staff Smith says, they're trying to predict it's impossible because everybody's capable of beating each other. You're absolutely right.
It is. Like I said, how long we spent on this
15,
on the
20
fixtures.
minutes now, yeah.
But it's very, very difficult to predict for certain. But you can see how the little permutations can go.
Alison Shilton, that's the second mention you've had tonight, says we shouldn't be discussing what others are doing. Blues need to do it for themselves and for us poor fans. I 100% agree with you.
They do.
But there's
listen,
3 games to go.
If we lose the next 3...
We do have to consider it,
If we lose the next 3, we'll go down.
Yeah.
For Barnsley have got 4 games to get 2 points. If we lose the next 3, I think I'm pretty certain we'll go down. So we have to do it for ourselves. We have to find a win from somewhere.
Ray Hobber says good evening from Daventry, and who is it? Robert Doyle, good evening from Birmingham. So there we do go around. About 27 people in from Sweden listening last week. What's all that about?
That was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't
know.
What's all that about?
Brilliant.
Just looking at the stats.
Lovely.
And
good evening from Cornwall, from John Bullingham. Good evening to you. I'd rather talk about where people are coming from, to be honest. I'm losing the will. I'm losing the plot, mate. Yeah. Honestly. So, where are you on your points tally at the moment, then? Let's start at the left and work all the way across.
What? How I've actually gauged it?
Yep.
So I had up from 1, 2, 3, 4 from 7 games left. I started it.
Yep.
Everyone had 7 left. They've now got 3 left. I had Sunderland picking up 7 points, and they've picked up 6. I had Burton picking up 3, and they've picked up 5. I had Blues picking up 8, and they've picked up 7. That was the Bristol City game. I had a sneak in a point, and we didn't. Barnsley, I had them picking up 10, and they've picked up 6. So that's quite a big gap actually. Bolton, I had them picking up 4, and they've picked up 1. You see, that's where I think Bolton will be really, really looking over their shoulder now. They're the ones who aren't confident and who are looking dangerous. And Reading, I had them picking up 7, and they have picked up 7.
So you're not far off.
Nobody's ridiculously out.
No.
I didn't back anyone to get no points out of 5 games, and they've got all 1 or 5. So.
Yeah. Will Nichols, good evening from Tamworth, and Matthew Revel, good evening to you, all the way from New Zealand. New Zealand. My brother lives there on the North Island, right at the very top. He's probably out, so you can go and rob him if you wish. Paul Itkiss says Bolton, Burton, and Sunderland will go down. I just hope you're so very right, Paul.
Yeah.
Can you hear it in my voice? I'm creaking.
Yeah,
I'm actually...
I actually hope he's wrong. I hope Barnsley go.
Right. Instead of
Bolton, because
good away day,
Bolton's
Bolton,
a good away day. And we had discussion last week of the two. I'd rather go to Bolton again next year. So, but yeah, as long as it's not us.
Yeah, I don't really.
If it has to be Bolton over us, then obviously,
absolutely,
see you later.
Yeah. Kevin Lloyd says, third time tonight, hello, lol. Can we fill the ground on Saturday? Well, it's £25 a ticket on Saturday.
It's a lot.
It is a lot of money, but...
It is a lot. I still don't think it'd be far off. It'll be a 20,000 plus.
Yeah,
because of the situation.
Yeah.
If it was 15... You'd probably be struggling to get a ticket now, wouldn't you? But that's the reality of it.
In fact, if we were 15th, it would be probably 15,000.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
because we glorify in our own misfortune.
You do, yeah. But they know how important
it is.
People know how important Saturday is, so they want to get there and get behind them.
Yeah, a big crowd makes a difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Really does.
Andy Williams, hi guys from Land's End, Cornwall. Keep right on. And Dennis says, Mrs. Brown, can you please check your phone? And evening lads from I think that's supposed to be Stourport, is it? Don't know. There you go. And Robert Doyle says, good evening from the planet Urco, wherever that might be.
Good evening, Robert.
Adam, straight back in. Kevin Damon's asked that question.
Yes.
For me
definitely.
For me too. Because as somebody else
ex-Sheffield United as well.
As somebody else just pointed out, the missed chances that we had against Burton.
Yeah, if they fall to him, it could make a difference, doesn't it? But I just think more to do with the fact that the performances which we put in where we did win games, we were winning games, was Adams, Mago, Mahota and Jutkovic up front, and all 4 of those should be available for the Sheffield United game, and if they are all available, I would put them all back in.
Kieran McCowan, guys, I'm praying we stay up. I know it's hard to think about now, however Monk has a way of playing, and I think would be less scattergun with signings. I'm praying to God.
Well, it would certainly be less scattergun with signings than this summer.
Yeah,
you couldn't have been more. You couldn't have been more wild with your signings than Redknapp was this summer. So,
Mark Wilmore says, good evening from Oros. We win and 3 games stay up, no problems. That's absolutely right. But,
I said, you win all 3 games, and there's somebody up there who's got a real vendetta against you if you go down. So, yeah.
Harry Parker's been a Blue Nose since 1962, been down with Barry Fry. Don't see it happening this time. Good performance against Wolves. And based on that, I've seen 9 points from the last 3. I can't see us getting 9 from 3, personally.
I can't see us beating Fulham.
No.
Because I think Fulham will have something to play for. I think the chances are that second automatic spot will still be open going into the last game.
And if
it is, Fulham are more than good enough to beat us. So.
Going back to Shay Adams, Kevin Damon said he's also got to make a performance as an apology for the City Bolton red card.
Yeah, I think that'll be in his mind, definitely, that this is the perfect way to repay the fans. He apologised after the red card, but actually if you play on Saturday and score 2 and we win 2-0, then That's all the apology we need.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick Stokes is listening from Skeggy. Welcome to you. We will stay up. Keep right on. Let's hope so. Is Sam Gallagher back for Saturday, and will he play him and Adams over Djukovic? Asks Mark Edwin.
I don't think he will play Gallagher over Djukovic. I hope he's back though, because purely for options. You looked at the bench on Saturday and it was such a defensive lineup, and then you looked at the bench and you thought, okay, so you bring Magoma on, you got the possibility of bringing Magoma on, but then what else have you got? Do you know what I mean? So actually having Adams and Gallagher back does give you plenty more attacking options. They might not start, but they'll certainly give you more options off the bench as well, if, like you say, we're not ahead.
Darren Whitehouse says, this is how I see it. Sheffield United win, Queen's Park Rangers draw, Fulham draw. That would
5
be
points.
Enough. That would just be enough, I think, don't you? 5?
I think 5 points will be enough.
And Kev Kelly says Gallagher's back in training, nearly made the bench for Wolves, so that's a good one.
He's definitely back in full-time training, I saw the piece with Monk about it, so the sooner the better. So
Adrian Harris is going for 7 points. That would definitely keep us up, I think.
100%.
Brian Johnson is saying, I say he's getting 4 minimum. Minimum of 4. That's a win and a draw.
4, you're asking Barnsley to win 2 games out the last 4. And looking at their fixtures, it's probably going to have to be the next 2. Because Brentford at home, Derby away is a really, really tough finish, I think.
And also some more sad news coming in. Can we have a rest in peace Paul Riley, Blue Nose, who sadly passed away the weekend. Keep right on, of course you can, and thoughts go out to his family and friends too. Fulham, most improved side in the league, says Wilf Clark. I think, I'm dreading these next 270 minutes of football. I'm genuinely dreading them, right?
You've got to I think you've just got to embrace it, because actually, if you go in, Cottrell was an idiot for saying that the players were scared to play at home. Right? That was such a stupid thing to say. But actually, if there's 24,000 fans there on Saturday, and every one of them is biting their nails and having a little grumble when we lose the ball, and if we give the ball away, they turn their back and start waving their hands, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. So actually, if we embrace it and say, for 90 minutes, we give this lot everything we've got, our best support, for the next 90 minutes, get away with 3 points against Sheffield United, which I think we're more than capable of doing, by the way.
And we're due a good win at home as well, aren't we?
I don't fear Sheffield United. They've had a brilliant season, and they're still technically in with a shout. If they beat us, they're still in with a shout of the playoffs. But we shouldn't fear Sheffield United coming to us.
Jim Smalley, I can see it. Last game of the season, Blues need the 3 points to stay up. Fulham, the 3 for automatic promotion. Villa need Blues to beat Fulham to secure second spot over Fulham.
It's still possible, yeah.
I didn't even think
or
of that
staying
one.
up.
I didn't even consider that one, yeah.
That's perfectly feasible.
Would you accept it?
Oh, of course you would, yeah. What a stupid question. Would you?
Let's put a straw poll out there then. Would you accept it? Blues beating Fulham for Villa to get automatic promotion. Would you be happy? Just yes or no? Just for the next 2 minutes.
It's
2 minutes.
Outrageous suggestion that anybody will say no.
Yeah, but theoretically, we could come up the next season, but they could get done for the money sort of side thing, couldn't they?
But if we're in League One, our money side of it will be horrendous as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Richard Haylor, absolutely yes. Yes.
I knew there'd be some.
No, this is...
Yes, Stephen Gill.
No, you want to stay up. This is yes to us staying up and promoting Villa, surely.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Right, yeah, I think
Hold on, there's yeses and nos. What are we actually saying yes and no for?
Okay, this is a scenario, right? This is a scenario.
Yeah, this is the scenario. We win, and Villa get automatic promotion. Do you you want that? Yes, you want that. no, you'd rather go down so Villa stay in this division. Actually, no, Villa don't stay in this division. Villa get another crack at promotion in the playoffs. It's not like they're definitely staying in the division. We go down, and then they win the playoffs anyway.
Yeah,
So
I think everybody's saying yes, stay up. So
Stay up.
They're all with you. I'm not
absolutely
wrong.
stay up.
I didn't say no. I think it's just I can't.
You're just on the wind-up.
I'm trying my best, but when I stutter my words, I'm shaking and nervy. You know what I mean? It's a really difficult three games coming up now. Really difficult time. Anyway, we had a bit of fun over the weekend. Did you join in on the 3-word pun for the weekend?
3-word
Review.
The 3-word review.
Yes,
You joined in.
I did.
So you had a bit of fun.
Was
Joining in
it
is like
fun?
having fun.
Okay,
isn't it?
all right, yeah.
All right, cool.
I had lots of fun.
You had Chris Pugh fun.
Yeah.
Chris, what have you got for us?
Well, there's quite a few, so I'll read some of them. Good Pies, League One. That's actually four words, isn't it? I know, yeah.
Not a good start to the
2-0
3-word
flattered
review,
Wolves. That's also
which one?
Debatable. 2-0 flattered Wolves. Keep
That's also, hold on,
Oh,
it's a 3-word review.
Look.
Stop reading the 4-word reviews out.
They're Blues fans.
Okay.
Keep everything crossed. Were Birmingham
That's
City.
better.
Nothing not expected. It nearly worked. That's a good one.
Who was that from? Adrian?
That's from James Smith.
Okay.
Didn't tack enough. Poor decision making. Keep right on. Not that bad, says Toby Josh.
Right, okay.
Nearer the drop. A bit predictable, says Mark Womel. And Doy for England.
Is that from Dennis?
And that's from Adrian.
Oh,
well, yeah, same
it
thing.
It was one of the two, wasn't it? Yeah.
Different tick, the same. Yeah. 2-game season, says somebody called Chris Pugh. Typical Blues performance. There's another 50 or 60 of them, so there you go.
Well,
2-game season.
so good response from that then. Good response. Should we do that every week now?
Yes. Well,
Okay, so you have a 3-word review when Mr. Brown puts it up on the Tilton
yeah, normally
Talk page.
Sunday or Monday morning.
Yeah,
So.
Tilton Talk page, and then Andrew Whitehouse, who dares, wins.
Well, we didn't dare.
Right.
That's very true, because we did.
3 games
We
left.
certainly didn't dare on yesterday.
No.
And we didn't win, so.
No. Right, okay, get back to these. Harry Parker, if we stay up, Villa can go up automatic. If we win the Premiership next year and the European Cup the year after, that's how unacceptable Division 1 would be.
Except for Ian Doyle.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. Kevin Damon says, how much will we miss Dean? Quite a bit, I think.
Yeah.
And who have we got to drop in?
Well, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be Roberts or Grounds at left-sided centre-back.
But it mixes that.
Yeah, but
that pattern up again, doesn't it?
It's a little bit disappointing. Morrison didn't have his best game yesterday, but actually alongside Dean.
Oh, somebody called Check and Doyle's just asked to be a member of the Tilton Talk.
Has he? Oh,
Well, he can't speak
how
English anyway,
exciting!
can he?
What valuable input he'll have on the show.
The strangest thing is, it's spelled wrong.
Oh, okay.
Well, surprise, surprise, he's actually outside.
Maybe it is him then.
Yeah, maybe it's
But yeah, look, Morrison alongside Dean over the last month has actually looked pretty good. You know, we've kept clean sheets against Hull and Ipswich and away at Bolton. So you know, but I think you know he didn't have his best game on yesterday, but you've got to keep him in. I would be more inclined to go with Roberts, throw Roberts back in. But the Grounds being fit now is a possibility. Collins played at left back with Harding at right back over the last couple of weeks, so you could do that and throw Grounds in at centre half or Roberts. It's one of those, I think.
Steve Kimberley, I've got a Vile fan I work with, and he's not looking forward to the possibility of playing Millwall 3 times in less than a fortnight,
Yeah, it could be.
which is a
I think
possibility.
that's their
isn't it?
last game, isn't it? That's their last regulation game of the season, Millwall.
Yeah.
And obviously they could play each other in the playoffs as well, so it'll be 3 Millwall games in a row.
George Ellis says, do you think it would it's the last game?
Do I think it will go down
Yeah.
to the last game?
Just for us, specifically just for
Normally
us.
does. It normally does, doesn't it? But
No,
but you know
please
what?
don't do this to me.
I look at it. I'm going to say no.
Right, okay.
I'm going to say we're going to be safe. Come the Fulham game.
I want Dave Moore, 3 words. Wash the flag. Thanks, mate. So you think then we're going to get a result two?
I think we'll get result. I think we'll get something from both
of those two.
Sheffield United and QPR.
Right.
And Barnsley. So I mean, if we get a win and a draw, that takes us to 44. Barnsley need 3 points from Leeds away, Forest away, Brentford at home, and Bolton. Bolton will need a point. If Bolton lose their next 2 games, and we get 1 win and a draw, we're safe going into the last game. Bolton can't catch us.
And that's what we want, really.
That's absolutely what
we don't want a last
want.
game scenario.
You don't want to go into the Fulham game and you're playing Fulham, who have got everything to play for.
Absolutely.
You go 2-0 down after 20 minutes, because that gives Barnsley and Bolton everything to go for. Then they see us 2-0 down, and it gives them such a massive boost.
Worst game for Hotter Sunday because of the formation, says Dave Nichols.
He's not playing. What's he do?
I know.
Don't play him. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm a massive fan of Hotter. I am, and I defended him a lot when people were giving him a lot of criticism earlier on in the season under Cottrell. I felt he was being wasted. Where he was. And to be fair to him, you know what? For such a skillful player, someone who I've looked at in the past and gone, well, he's a luxury. He's a flair player. Has he really got the know-it-all to track back and defend well? Actually, with the exception of the first goal, where he got caught out positionally a little bit, he was excellent at tracking back. But then he's got the ball in the left back position. You're not going to do anything there. You can't influence the game in that position.
Right.
I'd have played one of the kids over him there. You could have played Dacus Cogley or whoever. If you were going there to draw, then don't play Hotter in that position.
Okay. Kalisavsky in 6-3-1 formation for the remainder of the season.
No, please, never again.
No.
Never again is Hotter left back and Colin right back with 4 in between them.
Pete Taylor says I'd swap Roberts for Ndoye's plane fare back to France. And would the partnerships of Grounds and Morrison really make you feel confident? Is asking Steve Portman.
Not as confident as Morrison and Roberts, which is why I'd probably go for Morrison and Roberts against Sheffield United. I think 2 natural centre halves is better than I like Grounds. He's done this season in particular before he got injured.
Well,
Probably nearly in the top 3 for player of the season. To be fair, but as a centre half with 3 games to go, I'd probably want a centre half there.
Darren Whitehouse has another scenario for you.
Has
anyone seen thought of the scenario that Cardiff will beat Derby and be 4 points clear and maintain until last match, meaning Fulham finish 3rd and can't get automatic last day?
If that's the case, obviously there's the new EFL rule that you can't make 11 changes. Is it 8?
7 on the bench normally.
7 have to be 7 of the match day squad have to be in the next match day squad. Is that how
something
it is,
like
or something?
That, yeah. It's 10.
10.
Yeah.
10 of the match day squad of 18 have to be in the next match. So, but you can easily get around that by putting everyone on the bench and then just not using them and bringing lots of kids in. If that is the case, then a bit like the Huddersfield game last season, it gives us a massive boost, doesn't it? Fulham's mentality is not going to be on that game; it's going to be on the playoffs. But as it turns out, I don't think that's going to be the case, because I think Fulham will.
Kev Lloyd says you forget that Fulham could well be in the playoffs and will rest players. Of course, that's what we're discussing right now.
Yeah.
I just can't. There's just so many permutations.
It's why it's difficult doing this. It's why it's difficult doing your predictions. Because actually, You don't know what's going to happen next week. If Sunderland beat Burton next week, then my Bolton, my hope that Bolton will crumble might go, because I don't think Burton. I think Burton's attitude again in that Bolton game then is gone. Because I think they're, in their heads they're relegated. So I think Bolton go into that game a little bit with their spring in their step, which is why it's difficult to do this, because you don't know.
It's interesting.
Every game, everybody's attitude changes. For the next game, so it is difficult to do that. But it shows that Barnsley in particular. If we do pick up points against Sheffield United and QPR, Barnsley do need to do something quite spectacular.
Against Forest, certainly, yeah.
Yeah.
George Ellis says we need to do it ourselves, not rely on other teams. I know we do, but we have to discuss what these other teams.
We're not going to win all
might
three.
Right.
We're not going to win all 3 games, and neither's everybody else. So actually, it is important to see what everybody else is doing, because your mentality changes. Look, what would have happened? I don't know for certain, but I would be surprised if Monk would have gone so defensive had Barnsley beat Bolton, because that would have been the worst possible result for us.
Yeah, really would, yeah.
So I'd have been surprised if he'd have gone that defensive against Wolves. So everybody else's results do impact on how everybody else plays and how everybody else thinks going into games.
Interesting point from Paul Hipkins. Let's not judge Roberts on how he played for Cottrell. Look at the difference. A lot of the players since he's been replaced by a manager with a clue.
Especially as he's a centre-half himself.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a suspension for Dean, not an injury, Monk knows all week now that he's going to be without Dean. So he's going to be working Roberts and he's going to be working Grounds as hard as he can, and he's going to be so he can see which one plays against Morrison. He'll have it in his own head which one he probably wants already.
Yeah.
So all this week it's going to be Morrison and Roberts or Morrison and Grounds working together to prepare for the Sheffield United game.
Interesting question here from Dave Nichols. Do you think Undoy is playing better under Monk?
No.
And that wasn't. I wasn't.
No.
Nick, what were you
there.
expecting then, Nick? What reply was you?
I saw. And I don't know if people are doing it deliberately.
No.
To try and get a buy. I know Adrian did it. The king of fishing, isn't he, Adrian? You know what I mean? But I don't know if people are doing it. But again, on Saturday, people seem to warm to him.
Man of the match, according to a lot of them.
He's doing absolutely nothing that you could not do.
Wow.
Honestly, he isn't. He isn't. He's shadowing. He's not.
I'm going to limit you to yeses and nos.
He's not actually making challenges. He just shadows.
Stop being one-eyed.
He chases after people, and he just shadows. So anybody can do that. You are not influencing any part of that game. And I mean, distribution-wise, for once this season, I think Keefton Bell probably matched him for poor distribution, because both of them were woeful at keeping the ball yesterday.
Kev Kelly in the press conference, I've seen Monk clutching Mr. Pugh's spreadsheet.
Desperately trying to work it out. Yeah.
And Alison Shilton, your third shout-out of the night. Who's going in the summer?
What league are we in?
We don't know. This is a problem, isn't it? Yeah.
When we work out what league we're in, we can try and work out who's going and who's coming.
Stuart McDowell says, got to admit it, Ndoye does wave his arms about better under Monk.
But just he's pointing all that. That's brilliant comment, Stuart. I said it. We were in the pub watching it, and he is. I don't think anybody knows. I'm not even sure he knows what he's pointing at or what actually he's saying. But he's directing people left, right and centre. Oh.
George Ellis, can't get this one. George Ellis is saying he can't cope with going to the last game. I didn't know last year, but with Shea out and Dean out, will be tough. They'll both be back for that game. Well,
Adams is back. Adams will be back for
as long as you don't get another red.
Yeah.
And Dean will be back
for the Fulham game.
For the Fulham game. So Dean and Shea Adams should be available for that game, barring any stupidness or injuries or the likes. Yeah.
But let's not even think about Fulham yet. You got two much more realistic chances of picking up points before the Fulham game.
Brian Johnson says Undoy played a few good simple balls, but you are right, you could do it.
Isn't it? You can look back on any show this year, and I've maintained from day one, you pick out a relatively fit, energetic, young football fan from the Tilton, and he will do what Czech Ndoye does. That's what I've maintained from day one.
My prayer is that Czech is the one that scores the goal that keeps us up, though. It is. No, but it is.
Wouldn't it just be so typical?
Just ironic, yeah.
And then I have to come in and laud him to the
heavens.
And
he plays a wonder
goal. Do you know what I mean? He scores, bangs one in from 40 yards, but...
Oh, dear.
And then I wake up and realise that the chances of that...
Here's another question for you.
Yeah, go on.
What is the cut-off point? Whereas, how many games you have to lose before it's monk out?
Before
it's monk out. Yeah. It won't be monk out this season.
No.
How many games you got left?
Even if we go down.
No. Even if we lose every
if we lose every game and we go down, it will not be monk out.
No, yeah. I totally agree with you.
Because people know it's not his fault.
And the beginning of the next season, how many games in?
Does it, if he stays, you want people will be expecting automatic promotion, won't they?
Yeah, will. Yeah.
So
I'm just getting prepared for next season.
Probably. How many games did Redknapp get? How many games did Redknapp get at the start of this season? 10?
Yeah.
Less than that?
Really, I know it's hypothetical, but we certainly seem a lot more settled with these guys in charge.
Honestly, I know we've lost the last two, but it's a different...
But we knew that we weren't going to win them all.
Exactly, and Bristol City, is a tough place to go to.
Yep.
And Wolves are the best team in the Championship by a country mile, and they're the best team the Championship's seen in a hell of a long time. So realistically, it's not a case of don't worry about it, but let's look realistically at what's happened since Monk's come in. We've lost to Middlesbrough and Cardiff, which were his first two games, both of them in the top 6. Yeah. We then pick up 10 points from 12 against teams who are in and around us. Massive points. And then we go away to Bristol City and away to Wolves, and we've lost both of them. Now, so we've played 8 games under Monk. We've picked up 10 points.
And Burton, you missed Burton out.
No, that was in the 10 points, right, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we played the 4 games, the 10 points out of 12. The one we didn't get 3 points from was Burton. But we've played 4 teams who are in the top 8, and we've lost to them all. Now, there's no disgrace in that. They're in the top 8 for a reason. The teams who we needed to beat or pick up points from, we have done. Now we need to go and do it again.
Kevin Kelly says Monk won't be here next season, regardless of the outcome.
Oh, I don't believe that.
No,
he signed a 3-year deal, hasn't he?
Yeah.
If we stay up, he's not going in the summer.
Do these 3-year deals, 10 years deals, don't really mean anything?
Yeah,
these days?
If we stay up, there's no way Monk's going anywhere.
Yeah,
unless we sack him.
No.
Andrew White says, Jesus fellas, Monk out, not a chance, but bear in mind he won't stay, I don't think. We are 3 seasons away from promotion. My opinion, we'll win the next 2 and draw with Fulham, says Wazza. Thanks for that, let's hope. And Pat Bagley, TTA are so unpredictable. Monk is not safe. No manager is or ever will be, as long as we have these owners. I think they've learnt a few lessons along the way.
You hope so. You hope so.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Mark Reddy says, I think
we'll Mr. Fun be here next season. As if you want me or not, Dennis. To be honest.
Mark Reddy says, I think that you shouldn't get Undoy's case so badly. You're hardly helping his confidence for these last 3 games.
What?
Yeah,
his confidence isn't going to be battered from an idiot ranting on about him on a radio station. Checking Undoy's confidence is not. It doesn't.
System's just crashed. I don't think is everything else working or not.
You're right.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I think it has.
No, it's back. Is it back on?
Yeah.
It's back up. There we go.
We're still recording and we're still going out on srbradio.com.
85 shares so far we've had today.
Oh, we're back.
85 shares. Right, if we could do the competition, I think it's my turn to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was
just check to see if we're still here. Here we are.
Okay, that's good.
Right, okay.
And here we go. I'll have that one, please. And we have Kenneth Stanley. There you go. Kenneth Stanley. All you got to do is get in touch with the show, with Chris Brown, and I'm sure he'll send you a message off. And congratulations to you. All you got to do, as you know, is share this Twitter feed, Facebook feed, on your own Facebook pages. Right, got to say massive happy birthday to my sister yesterday, Pat. You met her last week, didn't you, Chris?
I did, yes, yeah.
It was her birthday yesterday, so many happy returns to you. Prediction for your score for Saturday, then?
Oh, this early.
I know. Well, we've got...
Yeah, we've got to get the pies in yet and all sorts of things.
Goodness me. I think... I think both teams will score, and I'm gonna have to. I have to back us, so I'm going 2-1 Blues.
2-1 Blues. Okay.
If Barnsley and Bolton don't win, I will take a point and go into the QPR game.
Kevin French wants to know which foreign football shirt is Mr. Fun wearing tonight.
It is not a foreign football shirt.
Ooh. Have you?
Oh, look at that! That's quality. That is absolute quality.
Blues training top.
Proper.
Can I just say to Kevin Kelly that Mr. Fun has got his present in front of him. He's going to open it any second now.
Very intriguing. It's almost like Christmas, isn't it?
Just?
It is, yeah.
There you go. Would you like to then?
You're going to open it now? Go on then, open it now.
Oh. So what have we got?
I have pre-opened it just to make it.
Which one is it?
Yeah. It's everything that's in there.
Everything?
Everything is in there. It's yours.
Well, there's nothing in that.
It's a piece of cardboard.
Okay, yeah, but it's a nice piece of cardboard.
I assume it's in this. Oh,
brilliant.
Okay.
Absolutely brilliant.
Are you going to show the audience?
Lovely that is, Kevin. What appears to be expertly signed photo of Birmingham City midfielder Chekandoy.
Yeah.
And what are these called again?
It's a pennant, isn't it?
A pennant.
Pennant,
That's
yeah.
right, yeah.
Pendant.
But Chekandoy absolutely 100% signed that.
That's really nice. What a lovely gesture.
That is a lovely gesture. I will keep it by my bed at all times to ward off evil spirits.
Can Mr. Trevon please leave Chekandoy alone for now, because he wasn't the worst player on the pitch on Sunday.
Oh, wasn't he?
Right, just crashed the feed again, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. There must have too many people coming on at the same time.
If that's the case, just give your system a refresh. Top left-hand corner where the little round arrow is on the top left corner of your Facebook page there. Give that a refresh, and it should be back on. Jermaine Pendant was a great player from Gregory.
Was a great player. Brilliant winger.
Yeah.
That's probably the best crosser of the ball I've seen. And Beckham was good at crossing, as was Larson.
Yeah.
But actually, Pennant, combining pace down the wing with the ability to whip the ball in, I thought Pennant was vastly underrated.
Didn't he have some problems? Didn't he have problems with the prison service?
Yes, he did. He had to play with his tag on.
That's right, he played with his tag on, didn't he?
Which was, at the same time, remember those sock ties which were sponsored, and we had the ties around the socks.
Oh right,
the little tags.
Right,
and then he had to do something with his, because he had to wear his tag, so he had to extend it or something, or he had to do something special to his.
Yeah,
because he was having to wear his tag.
Okay, it seems as though we've got according to Robert Doyle, a Russian attack on the Tilton Talk.
That's what it must be. Yeah.
So. They're probably downloading.
Criticising Endoy, the Russians aren't happy.
Well, somebody's already commented on that as well.
Okay.
Somebody's already picked up on that one already. Yeah, so sorry. So you just have to keep refreshing. Do apologise. It's.
I think we're back on now.
We
though.
don't think it's our end. Bick says Pennant did the business for us, and we got good money for him. You're absolutely right. He went to Stoke,
I'm
didn't he?
pretty sure
Did he go to Stoke after us?
Liverpool.
Yes.
I think he went to Liverpool.
Liverpool first, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm right in saying he's still our record sale. I don't think we've received more for any other player than we have when we sold Pennant to Liverpool. I think that's right.
Robert Dawes says you're the double agent. You look like a Russian.
It's not true, Robert.
Mr. Funya action figure on the way. Check in the post.
Very good.
Ka-ching.
It's too early for that nonsense.
It is. Yeah, we've got another 15 minutes before we start. Yeah, Steve Rice saying we got 6 million for him, which would have been a lot of money back then.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I'm pretty sure
Martin Swinsko saying 7 million, so we'll split the difference.
I'm pretty sure
around 6-7 million.
He's still our record sale. So, yeah, but I thought he was very, very good. Yeah, enjoyed watching him.
Right, okay, Alison Shilton, fourth shout out of the night. You can hear us loud and clear. Well done, you. Well done. Ladies, anything going on this week?
We've got Yeovil away on Wednesday night. Return to league action. It's a 7:45 kickoff. So yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting back into the league action. The development side had their cup final on Saturday at St George's Park against Man City. Unfortunately, it lost 3-1, but a good experience for them. You know,
I can imagine even their development side have got
Man
money
City.
behind
Well,
it.
Man City won the underage, like the youth under 16 trophy, and the development final on the same day. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with their
money to money
with their academy system. They lost in the semi-final of the FA Cup to Chelsea this weekend, though.
Yes, I watched some of that.
Yeah. So
good game.
Yeah. So yeah, Yeovil on Wednesday night. Back to league action. Hopefully 3 points and get back. Chance to get back into third spot in the league, which would be brilliant.
Massive achievement, yeah. Tremendous achievements from the girls.
And in 2 weeks' time, I'll be crowing about my penalty.
This, ladies and gentlemen, on what can you find out the latest for me?
29th.
On the 29th of April 2018, the one and only Mr. Chris Pugh will be taking a penalty against Katrin
and Katrin, yeah.
Berger. And Katrin Berger, right? And then she will be taking one against him. Dennis has already fronted up £100 for the Birmingham Children's Hospital charity. Well, thank you very, very much for that.
Very kind of him.
However, what we want is a big crowd there.
My brother's already said he's going to be going.
Right, okay, cool. And then it would be good if we... because the penalty itself won't be able to take place until after the game. Has finished, due to the fact that
playing the game,
a goalkeeper needs to do a warm-ups, the trainings, etc., etc., etc.
Want to be focused?
Absolutely. But then you're going to take a penalty against Anne, and she's going to take one against you.
Yeah.
It's
fair to say.
Can I have a prediction for this?
It's fair to say I'm looking forward to the first one more than I am the second.
Yeah, have you seen how far she can kick a ball?
Yeah, I know.
My goodness me, she can belt it.
Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to facing it, but yeah. I said last week I think there's only two options for me taking it as well. I'm either slipping and ending on the floor, or the ball's ending up in the car park. This is one of two options.
Right. So where shouldn't I park my car then?
Yeah, don't park behind the goal. Yeah,
park behind the goal.
That's the best. That's the best thing I could say. Yeah.
If I park on the road up by
Land Rover,
yeah, you'll probably get that anyway.
You should be all right at Land Rover. Yeah, yeah.
Are you a chipper, a placer, or a blaster?
I don't want to give anything away
in
in case anybody's listening from the club. But yeah, I think I know where I'm going to put it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be blasting it, and I'm not going to be trying any Panenka little dinky chips or anything like that.
You're not giving anything away,
No.
really, now.
No. definitely not.
What happened to the Grand National sweep?
Okay,
Says Kevin.
we didn't give enough time and consideration.
Yeah.
No,
we
I
didn't.
put it on I put it on Thursday night, didn't I? And we had, I think we had 10 people put in, so unfortunately there wasn't enough interest to give it a go.
What do we think about Kevin Kelly's other idea? A Tilton Talk Awards night.
A Tilton Talk Awards night, I like that.
We could easily do that.
Yeah. Shall we do it?
Do I need to get my
On
guys
a Monday
talking to somebody
night
else's guys?
here?
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we could do, yeah. Yeah.
As long as we stay up. Because I'm going to be,
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
to be,
gonna be a
I'm going to
bleak
be the
awards night
vilest,
if we
the
go down.
vilest
Oh,
of
yeah.
moves. If
Well,
we
we'll
go
do.
down.
Okay, if we stay up, we'll
the
do
Monday
one.
after the Fulham game, we'll do a show, like a
Summary.
of the Fulham game and
Yeah.
of the season, and then the Monday after that, we'll do a awards
We
thing.
can do best pies and everything. And
Best pies of the season.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And yet, Ray's confirmed that we've got over £1,000 for the Children's Hospital already.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
1,020 now.
Yeah.
1,020?
1,020.
It just keeps going up.
We had 2 more,
Okay, now
yeah.
that stream seems to have just flashed back out again. I don't know whether something's
Still on mine.
hacking into us tonight. Penalty prediction: Mr. Fun will score off both posts on the bar. Richard Taylor.
If that goes in after that, honestly,
Put it in
I'll
row
take
13.
that all day.
Put it in row 13, but watch the fat bloke eating his
Yeah.
pie. That was me, Robert, by the way. Oh dear, we've got a pie, have we?
Yeah.
We found a pie.
Found a pie. Found a pie.
It's very appetising, does it?
Look at that. That's a Wolverhampton pie, that is,
Oh, is it?
apparently.
Oh, right, okay.
Not the best, is he? Yeah.
Right, and Doyle should have a penalty against Berger too. If he scores and Mr. Fun doesn't, he should do a forfeit of Nick and Mrs. Brown's choosing. Do people really hate you that much?
Do you know what?
They love to
I'd
hate,
back
that's what it
myself over Endoy from the penalty spot.
Oh dear. Gregor was saying, can you hold it in the curry house? He's into his curry
I know, yeah.
He's gagging for a bolt.
He's
is. That's the
absolutely
third one
desperate.
tonight, he said, didn't he?
Gregor's suggested best interview. No, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I
It's
have
a
my
tricky one,
favourite
we've
for
had a
that
few.
one. I think I've got my favourite
Yeah.
for that one.
There is an award, actually, for the Tilton Talk Show. Yes. Super
And
6.
welcome to my brother Lee. Well, thank you for joining in. Listen, Chris, is the vote still open for the blog?
No.
No, it closed on Sunday.
Closed
It
on
closed on
Sunday,
Sunday.
okay.
From
But you
what
could only
I'm
vote
told.
once because they were checking IP addresses off you,
Yeah.
wherever you
Yeah,
were voting from.
Yeah. I think we got quite
so
a few on Twitter, though. So.
Yeah.
So it only. Do
If
we
we
know,
get-
do we know when?
Well, what happens now, it goes to a stage 2, and then a stage 3, and then you're invited if you get to that stage. No,
All right.
Final nomination, so
So we'll be staying here then.
you'd probably... Well, we won't be telling you anyway. I mean, 'cause we're going to, I can only take one person with me.
Adrian Harris has put best funny comment. There have been so many.
There haven't been many. I can't think of it.
What?
Best guest appearance on Tilton Talk. Ooh, we've had a few, haven't we?
We have had a few.
Had a few. Had a few good ones.
Yeah, if Mr. From
Joe,
Scores.
I liked who was the Port Vale player who come in?
Yeah, that was an
I
interesting
thought
show.
that was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his
Yeah.
name now.
No, it will come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
was
thought it was
Smashed
good.
his face
Yeah,
up.
that was
Yeah.
Jeff Horsfield's
who-
friend, yeah.
He's struggling with the injury, yeah.
Robert Doyle says if Mr. Fun scores, can he do a lap of honour so we can all throw pies at him?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
More than happy to do that. Yeah.
Oh,
Lap of
yeah.
applause, lap of appreciation.
Pete Taylor says, I'll nominate
run
my
that
Michael
far?
Barrymore joke.
No, it'll be a gentle jog. Yeah.
Just around the penalty area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Curtis Woodhouse, that was a good show. That was a good show as well. Oh, crikey, yeah.
Pete Taylor says I'll nominate me Michael Barrymore joke that
Yes.
somehow got read
Yeah,
out.
that
No,
got
we will.
No.
Perhaps won't have-
No.
I think the Karen Brady one was a good one.
Oh mate,
No.
I told my sister that one the other day.
Yeah.
Well, she couldn't believe it.
That was
Couldn't
that was,
believe it.
that was
Neither
a
could
good-
I.
Unreal.
I think
It
that's
was
got to go
unreal.
down as joke of the year that we can't
The
that we
one
cannot
That
repeat.
we can't repeat it.
Yeah.
We didn't read out.
No, the only joke that we never read out.
Yeah.
Won.
Yeah. Lineker did match of the day in his pants. Come on, Mr. Fun, get your skidders on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget, people can only see my
It's on
top
Facebook
half.
Live, for goodness sake.
Anyway.
No, I know, yeah.
Warmest day of the year and you've not come in your shorts.
I was busy
Who
today.
does he? Yeah, what could we do? Can we have some suggestions from Mr. Fun?
Sensible.
Oh, don't be silly.
Sensible that don't
No one is.
don't involve
No one's
any
gonna suggest
nudity
anything
or
sensible.
anything silly like that.
No,
Nothing to endanger me. Come on.
I want to be safe in my comfortable environment.
We've all got people who are relying on us.
Dance rant about Redknapp, best interview for me.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Very
Yeah,
good
it
one,
was
yeah,
good.
very good one.
He was not a happy man about Redknapp, was he?
No, and I didn't think he was going to come with that in mind, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when I absolutely sort of drilled it, and when I was on the way home specifically,
Yeah.
and drilled it and thought about it a lot, I thought, oh, some good points in that.
Yeah. He didn't sit on the fence.
Sorry?
He didn't sit on
No.
the fence.
No. Yes, Mandy, we're hoping that Tom Ross is on next
He will
week.
be on as long as I can remember to remind him. So if somebody reminds me,
If
I'll
I remind you
him.
to remind him,
Yes.
Can you remind me to remind him to remind him?
If someone reminds me to remind you to remind him.
He would have been on tonight, but I left it too late. So
Yeah.
Oh, you're a plonker, aren't you?
I know.
God, stuff.
And,
Can't get him, can you?
Martin O'Connor as well.
Martin
Still a
O'Connor, yes,
possibility before the end of the season?
he's actually commentating tonight. So
Oh, is it?
so he couldn't come.
Oh, on the under-23s, is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Eat a pie upside down from Adrian Harris. Mr. Fun in a Mexican cap from Mexican hat.
I can do a Mexican hat. I'm more than happy with
Have
that.
you got one?
No, I don't. I don't mind finding one though. Dennis, what do you like with tigers? Not great. Not much experience with dealing with tigers.
And this one from my brother. Just amazing. He has been ostracised, by the way. He's
Yeah.
He turned when he was young.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
Really is, yeah. Just amazing how I, as a beautiful Vile fan, I wouldn't call you either, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't remember the last time you went. Had more faith in you guys staying up than you lot did. It was only a few weeks ago when you're all crying in your boots. Keep the faith, guys, laughing lots. You got the playoffs to contend with, sunshine.
Yeah,
So
they might have.
they might
Still
have,
not
yeah.
out of it yet.
Nick Rawson wants to see you in a Vile top. No, I don't want that. I do not
No.
want that.
No.
Don't want that.
No.
Kevin Damon suggested Tony Butler. Tony Butler. Tony Butler now.
Sorry, I don't think he's very well at the moment.
No, he's
so,
not. No.
yeah.
Would be nice though. Would be
Yeah.
nice,
Oh,
though.
crikey, yeah.
Matthew
Carter
Redmond
was good when he come in, talking to people who are on the
Darren
radio.
Carter
Carter
was
was
a
good
great-
when he
was a
come in.
great-
I love the
Until
Darren
he
Carter
came
one.
in,
Yeah, that was really good. Mr. Fun should interview and Doy. You could take along your sign.
Brilliant.
It's never
You could
going
take along your sign.
Hi, check.
little photograph and wave
It's
it at him, couldn't you?
Mr. Fun from the Tilton Talk show here. How have you enjoyed your season at Blues?
Pardon?
Okay. Well, anyway, thanks ever so much for your valuable input. This has been Mr. Fun from the Tilton Talk show.
Honestly. Oh dear. Tom Ross is going to be on the phone next week, not in the studio.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Tom on the phone next week.
He might surprise me. Yeah.
He sometimes does surprise, doesn't
Yeah, surprise. He knows where we are.
he? Funniest moment, Mr. Pure Irish transfer deadline day.
I've just seen.
I must admit.
I've just seen
admit.
Pete Taylor's put the best moment was the Tilton Talk exclusive of the Alex Song signing.
Yeah.
What a player for us he's been. He has, hasn't he? Hasn't the Song? What a part he's played for us this season, Alex Song. Signing on deadline day.
Oh dear, see. Seems like all my family's in Pat. I've wished you happy birthday already once, but as I've just seen your name flash up, I had a happy birthday for yesterday, sweetie.
I don't think I'll ever forget that. I don't think I'll ever forget the impending doom that dawned on me when it just wasn't announced on Sky Sports, and I thought, I don't believe this.
I was sitting in the
Just
pub.
announced it.
I was crying.
I mean, we had like 40,000 new members or something like that.
I was sitting in the pub.
Nothing.
And I was shouting my head off because he was signing for
I know.
song. I'm going to get him watching. It's going to
Nothing.
come up on there.
I kept
any
looking at
minute.
the sky going, come on!
The one-eyed Baz interview. It's always a pleasure to interview Baz. Actually, the first one that I did with him was when we were very primitive. at the
Long
Tilton
time.
Talk Show.
5, 6,
I wasn't
6
there.
years, 7 years
I
ago.
wasn't here.
Probably,
It scared the life out of me. It was just like
Yeah.
me and a microphone and a table, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Has he
We
got
didn't have
smaller?
computers and things like
Has he
that.
got smaller?
Huh?
Do you think he's got smaller? Baz.
I don't know. He's well tuned.
Yeah, I
he's
hate
absolutely. Did you see the picture of him on Twitter last week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the, did he with somebody?
Yeah, either that or TJ's very good at photoshopping. Robert Hopkins was a good one, yeah. Paul Dev was
That
a
was
good
a
one.
great one, yeah.
Get your brother on, we can rip him to bits, says Maureen Minute. Maureen, it'd be a pleasure for you to rip him to shreds on your own, love, to be perfectly fair. Pat Spores, blame you. Kiss, thank you very much. Dan Ivory. Any more news on that one?
Dan Ivory? Oh, no, I need to, I'll have to give him a shout.
And Ray says Alex Song is only a few games behind Russell and Lowe.
That's true, yeah. He's done as much as some people have this season.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah.
I had to stay in the pub for 4 hours and wait for that news not to come through.
I know.
Hey, Ray Albro's got a great memory. He says that Barrington came with Hoppy the first time he did. Yeah, I remember that.
Kevin Damon says no sound. Try turning yours up, my friend, because I think
That's-
everybody else seems to be working.
Right, yeah.
Can we not get
No,
Cottrell in
okay.
from Robert Doyle? Do you think he'd come?
I don't want him in.
You wouldn't want an interview.
I
You
don't
wouldn't
want to talk to him.
You wouldn't want to ask him why he said those things about the players not being scared.
Because
Being
he's
scared to play at home.
an arrogant, egotistical so-and-so. So
Okay.
it wouldn't be his fault, and he'd just blame everybody else, and he'd probably storm out after 5 minutes. So, no point.
Okay, French, interesting point. Would Harry have got the team playing well if he was given more time? I think it'd split at that time. don't
It's
you?
it's $1 million question, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think, like you say, I think it will. I think it would put people 50-50 down the middle. A lot of people weren't happy with the way Redknapp was going about things. You think back to that Burton game where he publicly outed a lot of the players and stuck up for Zola, which I wasn't particularly happy about the fact that he did that. Considering how bad Zola was for us, we were there. We saw it week in, week out how bad Zola was, and then he come.
Season.
After that Burton game, he had a pop at the players and stuck up for Zola. And you think to yourself, well, you weren't here, mate. In all fairness, you didn't see what Zola was doing to us. So, I think it will split people. Do I think we'd be 2 points from safety with 3 games to go under Redknapp?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Aaron Gadder's saying, I'm agreeing with Mr. Fun here. He wouldn't be great to talk to. Pete Taylor said he had blamed Tilton Talk Show for upsetting
He
and
would,
bullying
yeah.
Cottrell.
Yeah, he would. He would. It'd be our fault. We make it difficult for the players to play at home, remember? So, yeah.
Yes, we've had Hoppy in. Paul Robinson would be a good shout, but as he's still attached
Still
to the
involved
club,
with the
I think
club, no
the standard,
chance.
No
the standard
chance.
email would come back. We
Yeah.
can't accommodate you at this
can't
time.
No chance.
But
All we can do is keep
Redknapp
plugging
was
away,
not given
yeah.
enough time, says Pat Begley. I don't know. I'm divided. I'm very divided on that one because he split the camera.
I can see why people warmed to him. Yeah, we fell for him that whole
how can you
summer
not?
transfer window. It was all down to Redknapp. The excitement of being linked with a different player every 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous,
It was
and
a
that was
Barry
all
Fire
down
effect,
to Redknapp being in charge. But
Yeah,
actually, you look at some of the dross we did bring in, the scattergun approach, as somebody mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
of that transfer window, and we spent a lot of money and weren't left with much.
George Ellis says there's no point in ifs and buts, but Monk is our manager now. And he's
I thought he was going to say Monk out then.
It
Controversial.
does actually. Monk is out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Monk is our manager now, and he's young and hungry like Rowett. If we stay up, I think we'll get up towards the playoffs. I'm hoping you're absolutely right, George.
I'm just hoping we're not in this position again next season. That's the thing.
Listen.
You give me Ipswich and Norwich's season this next season, and I'll snap your hands off.
Paul Hipkins says Redknapp should never have been sacked if all we had as another option was Cottrell.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The only thing
That's
was
what
that
I
Cottrell
agree.
was
If you'd
coaching the team.
If you'd have got rid of Redknapp and bought in, well, you couldn't have done because Monk was still at Middlesbrough at the time.
Yeah.
But if you'd have got rid of Redknapp and bought in an expressive manager like Monk, rather than Redknapp's not doing it, let's give it to the person who was with him last year. That's a really poor approach to take, and it proved.
Gregory's asking if there's a Tilton Talk box for next season. Yes,
Wouldn't
if you're
that be
paying for
fantastic?
it. We'll have a box if you pay for it.
Come
mate,
on,
don't we?
Gregory.
Come on, Adrian.
Yeah,
Sort it out
Adrian.
for
Yeah,
us.
good. Come on, Aid.
Come on, Aid.
You're
You
in
never do
the
anything
know.
else.
Come on, Aid.
Good point from Ray. The season tickets were sold on the back of Harry for some. They
They
certainly
were,
were.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Redknapp was given too much public time.
And I think-
hang on, Cottrell was given time. Monk not enough.
Yeah, certainly. If Monk would have come in January, I don't think we'd be where we are now,
No,
for
no.
certain. But the point is a very good one, that actually a lot of why we're so despondent at the moment is because you think back to 12 months ago during the transfer window when you're being linked with people. We've signed David Stockdale, was the first one we'd signed, and best keeper in the Championship last year. And actually, people under Redknapp, Redknapp's saying, I'm not going to stay unless I think we can get promoted, and he stays. That optimism that we had last summer, it did account for a lot of season ticket sales, and it did account for
I think it did.
a lot. Even December, January, when Redknapp was gone and Cottrell was in charge, and the crowds were still good. I think that's because of what that summer did to us.
Yeah, I think we're still suffering from that.
It built a lot of optimism, and actually, why the fact that we're three games to go and we're not safe, I think that's why a lot of people are very despondent about how this season's gone. Actually, but as much as a lot of the sales, you could give Redknapp credit for some things, but you've also got to throw the bucket in for a lot of other things as well.
Robert Dawes asking, can we get Monk in? I reckon he'd go for it. He may do after the season.
However, honestly reckon he'd be more than happy to come in. You've got to get it past the club.
What I want each and every single one of you to do now is, if Adrian or Ray or anybody in the know knows of the contact at Birmingham City Football Club, who would you say, Chris?
Contact that said, well, it'd be Colin Tatum. I think he rules. No, if you can get past him, you've done really well.
All right, Colin Tatum. He's got an email address.
Yeah,
bombard him.
Twitterize him.
Let him Twitterize him.
Hashtag Monk for TTS.
Yeah.
Let's get it trending worldwide.
Get it going. Get it moving. Yeah. Let's get a movement on the go.
Get it more popular than Ant McPartlin's 12-second speech. Come on.
It's £86,000 fine.
Yeah.
It's a whapper, wasn't it?
That was a
whapper.
Oh, yeah. God, he'll miss that, won't he?
Yeah, it's nearly half an hour's work.
I know, jeez, how's he going to live without that? Wow. Poor bloke.
So, that's what you could do for us. You could create a whole wave of excitement over Twitter and Facebook and any social media networks. I'm sure you can search for Colin Tatum and just ask the question.
I think he's still on Twitter, isn't he?
He's probably listening.
Now and again, yeah.
He's probably listening. Mick Harford and Liam Daesh, if they're coming and I'm not. Could you imagine them two? Oh dear me. Best moment for the
good luck disagreeing with them.
Dennis is saying the best moment for the show for exposure had to be the coffin.
Well, good.
It was very good, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And Aaron Garrett is saying we definitely won't be in this position under Monk. And I spoke to AJ not long ago. One for the future. Who's AJ?
I put that AJ. Andrew Johnson. Yeah.
Andrew Johnson.
Yeah. I've spoken
to
him.
Him on.
Great player.
Loved watching him.
Little white-haired, flary.
Big Crystal Palace hero he is.
Yeah.
Massive.
Everton.
I love him.
Went to Everton and I loved him there as well. Didn't play that much, but loved him.
I think he's working for Crystal Palace now.
Is he?
Ambassador.
And Gregory Beasley says you could sell the box out each week 10 spaces. Not if we're in this position.
No,
next year we won't make, so we'll be making a big loss. But Gregory, the offer is still there. If you wish to pay for it,
next to this miserable lot.
if you wish to pay for it, my friend, we'll be only too pleased to turn up and eat the sandwiches.
Hashtag Tilton Monk show.
Kev Kelly says in League One the Tilton Talk box will be on.
Yeah.
We could all eat pies in the box.
That's all they'll be offering.
Season ticket sales will be down next year. Let's have a think about that, because I'm not too sure that they will be if we get safety.
If we survive and Monk's still in charge, and the loan players go back, and we get a little bit of funds, sign 2 or 3 players, I reckon people will fall for it again. Monk's that sort of manager, he's very easy to believe in. He talks a good game, and he's very good to listen to. And like I said, you can see yourself following what he says. So I agree. I think if you have a good summer, you have a good pre-season, get a few decent results under your belt, get the confidence going. I think there will be a few again. Yeah.
Ray says I would argue that we stayed up last season. The pre-season was a farce. It was a bit, wasn't it?
It was a farce.
Certainly going to Port Vale.
Yeah, but everything and
no disrespect to Port Vale, of course.
But it was just all a bit. It was so haphazard, wasn't it? You know, we'd play a pre-season game. It wouldn't be working, so we'd go out and sign another 3 players, and then we'd have another pre-season game, and nothing would work again. So we went out and got a couple more. So.
Hashtag Tilton Monk Show.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tilton Monk Show. Thanks for that suggestion, Steve.
I think
Portman.
Aaron Galliers as well put Tatum, give us a monk. Tatum, give us a monk.
Can we get Theresa May in and ask her why she hasn't got Brexit sorted out yet? Here they go. It's the last 50. Oh, crikey, it's the last. Where's that gone to?
5.
Where's that gone to? Last 5 minutes. Goodness me.
Hell.
Would the horse turn up for a show? He's been on the phone, hasn't he? The horse?
We've had him on the show.
was on
We've had him on the phone, yeah.
On phone we have you. Yeah.
Did you, Mr. Fawn, has that Blues training top got Undoy written on the back of it?
No.
I
What do you
didn't think
think?
it would have. I didn't think it would have. George Ellis, one of the up-and-coming youngsters, we'd love it, George. But as I say, you know, it's got to be. We need some help from you guys out there now. Because, you know, we do this every week. We turn up for this every week. We don't get paid for it. We don't want to get paid for it. That's not what it's all about.
Wouldn't mind.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself, yeah.
But, you know, it's...
I wouldn't mind a fuel card or something like that.
or a new car.
New car.
Come get me a van quick.
Your name on the side.
Radio
yeah.
car, yeah.
Get me a van so I put my ladders and everything on the top, yeah? Get the Carrot on the show. Well, unfortunately, Jasper Carrot's is now on tour. So he'll getting better and better.
Yeah, because he wasn't very well, was he?
That's good that he's back on tour.
Yeah.
Obviously shows he's feeling better.
Yeah, so he's obviously going to be practising up and ready for that, etc., etc.
Well, it could be his warm-up gig.
I have actually messaged him, but no, he's got to go back to me.
People are talking to people.
Yeah.
What did you say? Have you got any buffalo, mate?
Carrot!
Carrot! Oh dear, getting towards that time, Nick, I'm getting the takeaway menus out.
Oh, we haven't done that.
Well,
Oh, God, we
all
haven't
about
done
that.
that this week. We'll have to
all
leave
about
it
it.
till next week. Yeah.
We probably will now.
Stephen Gill said Michael Johnson will be great on the show. We have actually.
We've had Michael
We've
Johnson.
had
Yeah.
him.
We had was on the phone, wasn't he?
He was on the
Michael
phone,
Johnson
yeah.
was on,
Nice
Yeah.
to get him in here, actually.
Yeah, very
yeah.
good speaker.
Oh,
about the
brilliant
game.
speaker,
He is,
yeah.
Hashtag Tilton Monk Show. Get on Twitter. Tag Colin in it. Every tweet that you possibly can. See if we can pull something out of the bag. I went to Oxford pre-season and Joy's first game. I think I could tell he was different. Lol. Stephen Rice. Can we get Putin on and tell him to stop hacking the show? Robert Doyle. Thanks for that one.
He's
Dear
really
me.
busy.
Jerry Gill was a good interview. Jerry Gill was the highest audience we had. We had 97,600 people around the world.
Yeah.
97,600 people around the world listened to that interview.
I think must have been a glitch in the internet or something,
Yeah.
and
Well,
they
you
must have
don't
got the
think it was
names wrong or
Do you
something.
think the Russians
you know.
were starting back then? You know,
Probably Jerry Springer, I thought it was
Yeah.
or something else. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, that's fantastic. That
It was, yeah.
He was very good as well, Jerry Gill was.
He's a great speaker.
Managing at Bath, isn't he,
City
now,
at
as
the
well?
moment,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't think they're doing too bad.
No.
I think he's got a
No.
promotion, playoff place coming
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Quick mention as well. Obviously, Blues ladies are connected with them. Solihull Moors.
Yeah.
What a job Mark Yates has done at Solihull
That's right.
Moors.
They won again, didn't they?
They looked absolutely doomed a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I think their home form is terrific of late, and they've pulled themselves away from the drop. So fair
I know,
play to
yeah.
them.
Done well. And Marcus
Yeah.
has been sacked again
As a
from Chester. Yeah.
okay.
But they're in big trouble, Chester.
Yeah,
so
they
money-wise
are.
and things, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Smith thinks I need some Pampers. I don't know why.
Okay.
Got
Good
it.
to know.
I can promise you I've not actually had an accident or anything. Good evening from Wallingford for Mark Smith. Good evening to you. What about the actor David Harewood? That would be a good shout.
Yeah, he's quite active on Twitter, isn't he, David Harewood?
Oh, crikey. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I might
That'd
put
be
the...
good to have on if
What
he's
about
on.
Mr. Blue Sky's Jeff Lynn? That would also be a good one. And there's a guy who lives up by me as well.
Very
Well,
rarely
Tried
starstruck.
and
I think
tried.
I'd be quite.
did you see the handover
Quite
of the
crazy,
Cornwall
yeah.
flag
No.
to the tune, Mr. Blue Sky?
Oh, was it?
Absolutely, yeah. They handed it over to the tune, Mr. Blue Sky.
Fantastic, yeah.
So that was forget the national anthem.
Yeah.
Can we get Lineker on and ask him what his favourite crisps are? Dealey Adibola or Kevin Francis on the show? Well, Kevin Francis lives out in Canada now, I believe.
He's a mountie, I believe.
He's a mounted police officer,
Yeah,
and
he's
Dealey Adibola is local, I believe, is he not?
Yes, but he works on Monday night.
Yes.
Does he?
Yeah, I've
Yes.
spoken to him a few
Get him on,
times.
haven't we?
We could do a Dealey Adibola Tuesday show one day next season if you wished.
Possible.
I don't mind, yeah. If he's up for it, I don't mind. Yeah, of course.
Devlin's been on a couple of times.
We've had him
hasn't
2-3 times.
Harry Roberts,
yes.
Brexit, another name for Birmingham, relegation, exit.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, nice one, Kevin. Kenny Burns, he can tell a story now.
Oh,
I've told you,
yes.
I've lived within a stone's throw from Kenny and spent many hours with him. And believe me, he can tell some stories. I did email the radio station that he was on, asking him to get in touch, but never heard anything back, so didn't bother pursuing it. Mike Taylor, Malcolm Page, Dealey Adibola, then you can take him for a curry after. Frank Worthington, that would be great, but again, Frank's not been too
very well
lately, bless him, has he? Gregory Beasley says we've got some great hackers in our defence. Ooh, go Jerry, go Jerry. Let's build a wall. Keith Birchin, oh dear. Barry Fry, we've tried that one. Tony Want to be a good shout, actually.
Tony wants. You have to be really careful, because some of these players are getting on a bit, and you don't know.
He broke his leg in the game the week before I started going to Blues. Tony Want. No, Tony Want. Was it Tony Want?
Tony Want was left back, wasn't he?
Adrian Harris says, interview Mr. Fun.
Who?
Good question.
Dave Barnett was a legend for me, says Pete Taylor.
Yeah, and his birthday today.
Oh, many happy returns, Dave Barnett. Happy birthday to you. Nicola Zigic, that would be a great show.
That'd be a good show.
Yeah, and he's only up the road as well.
A great show. You'd have to have a tripod on a tripod, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, there you go, some great suggestions. Thanks for all of those. And don't forget...
definitely some from to think about for next season.
Yeah.
So do you want me to get organising the Tilton Talk Awards night?
Tilton Talk
Are we going to
Awards
come in
night.
Dicky Bows?
A Tilton Talk
Oh,
Awards night.
yeah.
Oh, right,
Suited
okay.
and booted.
Gregory's just guessed my favourite one, the Joe Gallagher.
Joe Gallagher.
Oh, yeah. That
Interviewing
was a
Joe
good one.
Gallagher for me was
good,
absolutely...
Those wolf stories. Those wolf stories.
Amazing, yeah.
Fantastic.
Right, this has been the Tilton Talk Show. It's Monday night through...
I'm not even ready yet.
270 minutes of football left for the 2017-18 football season. Is that 270 minutes going to be enough? Or are we destined to go down? We can't think about it, can we, surely?
No.
Surely not.
Stop calling him Shirley.
No. It's Chris.
I didn't know your surname was not either. Surely not. Right, okay, so this is it then. It all comes down to 3 matches. The first one this Saturday. At least we'll be able to disseminate that next Monday night.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're sitting here at least smiling, not thinking 180 minutes to go. Good night, guys, and to those 2 people that have sadly passed away over the weekend, we dedicate this show to them and to their families. Good night, take care, see you next week back on the Tilton Talk Show, 7:33 till 9, sponsored by Image Cleaning, with myself, Mrs. Brown, and of course Mr. Fun. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
What more can we say? Birmingham City, down at St Andrews, we are lost supporters of our team. We chant a super blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the crowd, singing our song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth the pointed roll when we sing together. We're there at the end of the road. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy